So I'm working with Remy Lide today, and before the video I gave her the bundles and the frontal to make into a wig just to save some time. So this is Ali Julie hair, 26 inches, 4 bundles of 26 inches and 20-inch light lace. I think it's a light, no, it's a transparent lace, sorry. Transparent lace. And then obviously she made it into a wig and also customized the frontal. So she's just fitting it onto my head. I didn't give her my head measurement, but she was able to kind of get my head shape, like my head measurements kind of snug. So yeah, so she's now just gonna fit it and cut the lace and just lay everything down. So the only thing that I didn't do was to tint the lace. Now you can see the lace is quite light, and I honestly don't really mind what color lace I use because I always use a lace tint, and I really was hoping that she would have her lace tint. It wasn't the exact shade for my skin tone, so usually what I would do is to use the lace tint by Wiggurus. I did that as soon as I got home because I didn't have that on me, so that's just the only thing. Okay, so she's cutting the frontal, she's cutting around my ears. This is the bit where a lot of people need to make sure it is done right, so it slits and lays flat, especially if you put your hair up in a ponytail or put it behind your ears. It needs to make sure that it really like looks natural and sits really well. So she's doing it in sections. I tend to do this myself, but like I said, this is like, it's so much better when someone actually does it on your head for you. It just makes it so much more, like so much easier. So she's just gonna make sure that it fits right behind my ears, and then she's gonna cut the lace. She cuts the lace in sections as well, so she starts from the top, just make sure that everything is nice and neat, and she cuts it in a zigzag motion. As you can see, this is the best way to make it look less like round and less wiggy, because no one's natural like hairline is round like that. Now she's gonna apply some rubbing alcohol and then use the Ghost Bond. Obviously I don't sleep with my wigs, so I don't really need my wigs to be like really like stuck down, but this method gives like the best lay, the best melt. So she's only gonna apply like 2 layers of the Ghost Bond onto my scalp, and then she is gonna apply the lace. So she's just dried the first one and she's put on the second layer, and she's using like a plastic wooden thing, and then she's just gonna lay it flat. So this is what you do, and then she's gonna use a hairdryer just to dry that a little bit and then lay it flat. I also use the Ghost Bond as well. Some people kind of prefer the what's the other one called, the Got To Be, just because it's less work. But if you want this to last like for like all day, even for days, if you sleep with your wigs, then I would definitely recommend the Ghost Bond. I would suggest someone who's very skilled at doing this to do it for you. So she lays the frontal like you can see in sections. She starts from the top and just very precise, like very precise, which I really liked. As you can see, the hair looks like it's coming from my scalp. She did a really amazing job with the customizing. So as you can see, she's cutting it in sections and then just like laying it down. So for those who don't want to use Ghost Bond and feel like it might be too messy and take too long, it might be too, complicated, I would suggest make sure your lace frontal is a HD lace or thin lace as possible, because the thinner the lace, the easier it is for it to melt to your skin. You won't need to use a Ghost Bond and go crazy or use like multiple like glues and sprays. So if the lace is thin, it's just so much easier. You can just stick to your Got To Be or use the black Got To Be gel as well. So I feel like the way forward now is HD lace. Like that's the best way for anything, any of your wigs to look natural. And even after a while of you having your hair in for a while, like the lace still feels flat and still looks flat. So I would suggest you getting a HD lace. So yeah, lace frontals are very high maintenance. You can see it does take some time to get it right. If you want it to look super natural and super laid, you have to take your time. If you don't have that time in the morning, then I suggest you don't go for lace frontals. You can get, lace closures that are a lot wider. You can get 7x7 closures. So for those of you who don't want to do, frontals, then that's your option. But I love the way frontals look. You can obviously wear it up in a ponytail and tuck it behind your ears like she's doing so. So if you don't have the patience, then this might not be for you. Okay, so she's laid that flat. She has now just put some hairspray onto the hairline, and she's just using the hot comb just to kind of lay it flat even more. She's now going to set the hairline. She first uses this like paper thing. She puts it round, and then she uses the I think they're all tight. She said that this prevents the scarf or the tights sticking onto the hairline, which is actually a good idea. So this prevents that from happening. So she puts this on first, and then she puts on the black tights or whatever she was using. I used an old pair of black tights, and it works really well. And again, this is another step that you need to make sure that your hairline literally lays flat AF. Do not miss this step. Even if you've glued it down and everything looks flat, this makes it even more it melts into the skin. Okay, so now she's just gonna do a quick style, and this is the finished look. I'm gonna put all the information in the description box for you to have a look at. Let me know if you prefer these type of videos where I have a professional lay and slay my wigs, or I do them myself. I will try and do a bit of both. But thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one. Bye guys.